How often do you think about your heart health? Are you aware of the risks of cardiovascular disease? Well, let's dive into the heart of the matter. Cardiovascular diseases, encompassing coronary heart disease and stroke, claim the top spot as the leading cause of death in the United States. Particularly at risk are Blacks and Hispanics in underserved communities. It's a sobering reality, isn't it? But there's good news. Cardiovascular disease is largely preventable. Stay tuned to learn how you can keep your heart beating strong. Heart Smarts, a health program, is here to empower you to live a heart-healthy lifestyle. This program is not just about information, but about transformation. It offers a comprehensive approach to help you understand and achieve heart health. Heart Smarts is committed to reducing the incidence of cardiovascular disease, the leading cause of death in the United States. The program focuses on underserved communities where the risk of heart disease and stroke is greatest. Through education and empowerment, Heart Smarts aims to turn the tide on these statistics. It's a call to action, a call to change, a call to live healthier, longer lives. Heart Smarts is about arming you with the knowledge and tools you need to make heart-smart choices every day. It's about the power of prevention and the promise of a healthier future. Remember, Heart Smarts is not just a program, it's a life-changing journey. It's about taking control of your health, one heartbeat at a time. But don't just take our word for it. Listen to these stories from people who have benefited from Heart Smarts. Imagine being told you're at risk for heart disease, a leading cause of death in the United States. Now picture having the knowledge and tools to combat that risk head-on. For people like Maria, a single mother from an underserved community, Heart Smarts was a beacon of hope. The program informed decisions about her heart health, ultimately reducing her risk of cardiovascular diseases. And then there's John, a middle-aged man who was once a prisoner of his poor lifestyle choices. For him, Heart Smarts was not just a program, but a lifesaver. It opened his eyes to the risks he was taking and gave him the push he needed to commit to a healthier lifestyle. These are not just testimonials, they are life-changing stories. Stories of empowerment, resilience, and triumph over heart disease. These are real stories from real people who have seen the impact of Heart Smarts in their lives. Are you ready to be the next success story? Your heart health is in your hands, and with Heart Smarts, you have the power to make a difference. It's time to take that first step towards a healthier lifestyle, a step that could redefine your future. Heart Smarts is not just an ally, it's a beacon, guiding you to make informed decisions for your heart health. So why wait? The path to a healthier heart is just a click away. You'll find the link to Heart Smarts right down in the description below. Start your journey towards a healthier heart today with Heart Smarts.
Remember when Pam said, "I feel God in this Chili's tonight"? Well, welcome to our journey through Dunder Mifflin's comedic evolution. In the beginning, there was season 1 of The Office. This fledgling season, with its mere 6 episodes, was a bold experiment in translating British cringe comedy to an American setting. It was raw, it was real, and it was awkward. Oh, so awkward. The creators and actors were finding their footing, exploring the dynamics of a quirky paper company in Scranton, Pennsylvania. The humor derived largely from the discomfort of everyday workplace interactions. Remember the diversity training led by Michael Scott, or the birthday party for Meredith? These episodes were filled with moments that made us squirm, but also laugh. And let's not forget the characters, each one more eccentric than the last. Michael Scott, the well-meaning but misguided boss. Pam Beesly, the receptionist yearning for more. Jim Halpert, the prank-loving salesman with a crush on Pam. Dwight Schrute, the beet farmer and assistant to the regional manager. Each character brought a unique flavor to the show, contributing to the character-driven humor that would become a staple of The Office. The first season of The Office also established the show's unique style. The faux documentary format, complete with talking heads and candid camera moments, was a fresh take on sitcom storytelling. It allowed for an intimate, personal connection with the characters, making their triumphs our triumphs, their embarrassments our embarrassments. This blend of cringe comedy and character-driven humor was the foundation upon which The Office was built. It was a risky move, but it paid off. The show resonated with audiences who saw their own office experiences reflected in the antics of Dunder Mifflin's employees. Season 1 may have been short, but it was mighty. It set the stage for the laughs, the tears, and the "that's what she said" jokes that were to come. And as the season wrapped up, with Jim confessing his feelings for Pam and Michael being his usual clueless self, we had no idea that the best was yet to come. Yes, folks, the journey had just begun. This was The Office in its infancy, and oh, what a journey it was going to be. So, buckle up, because we're just getting started. No one can forget Michael Scott's iconic line, "That's what she said." It became a staple of the show and a symbol of its evolving humor. As we delve into the second and third seasons of The Office, we watch as the writers begin to play around with different comedic styles. They dabble in slapstick, wordplay, and running gags, and it's a treat to see how these experiments shape the humor we've come to love. Slapstick humor, typically characterized by physical comedy and absurd situations, becomes a key element in these seasons. Characters like Kevin Malone and Michael Scott often find themselves in hilariously awkward predicaments, adding a layer of absurdity to the everyday office environment. Wordplay, on the other hand, is where Michael Scott truly shines. His misinterpretations and malapropisms are not only a source of laughter, but they also add depth to his character. His attempts to use sophisticated language, only to misuse it comically, underline his desire to appear competent and in control, despite his often clueless demeanor. Running gags are another comedic device that begins to take shape during these seasons. The most famous of these is undoubtedly Michael's "That's what she said" joke. This catchphrase, often used inappropriately by Michael after an unwitting setup line from another character, is an example of how the show uses recurring jokes to create a sense of familiarity and continuity. It's a testament to the writer's skill that such a simple phrase could become so iconic. All these comedic styles serve to enhance the show's humor and character dynamics. Every pratfall, every misunderstood phrase, every well-timed "that's what she said" adds a layer of comedy that is uniquely The Office. It's a delicate balance of absurdity, wit, and familiarity that keeps us laughing episode after episode. By the end of season 3, The Office had found its comedic rhythm and was ready to push the boundaries even further. And as we'll see in the coming seasons, they did just that, constantly evolving and refining their humor to keep audiences engaged and entertained. Remember when Jim confessed his love to Pam in the rain? It was a romantic moment, but it was also filled with the show's signature humor. Let's take a moment to appreciate the brilliance of The Office. The show, in its subtle yet profound way, has always used humor to balance the drama, making it relatable and grounded. And nowhere is this more evident than in the love story of Jim and Pam. Jim and Pam's relationship is not just about romance. It's a delightful mix of humor, friendship, and love. Their playful pranks, shared glances, and witty banter kept us laughing, even as we rooted for them to finally get together. They represent the kind of love that exists in the everyday, in the mundane, and in the shared laughter. It's a love that's real, relatable, and full of humor. And let's not forget the pranks. Who could forget Jim's Jell-O mold prank or his impersonation of Dwight? These pranks weren't just for laughs. They were also a way for Jim to express his affection for Pam. These humorous moments served as a unique form of communication between them, adding a layer of depth to their relationship. The writers of The Office didn't just tell us a love story, they showed us one. They allowed humor to be a part of Jim and Pam's relationship, making it feel authentic and relatable. They understood that love doesn't always have to be dramatic or intense. Sometimes, it's just about sharing a good laugh with the one you love. This blend of romance and humor is what made Jim and Pam's love story so memorable. It wasn't just about the grand gestures or the dramatic moments. It was about the everyday humor, the shared laughter, and the playful banter. It was about finding love in the everyday moments, in the shared laughter, and in the simple act of being together. Jim and Pam's love story showed us that comedy can be found even in the most heartfelt moments. As The Office wrapped up its 9th season, it left behind a legacy of laughter that continues to resonate with fans worldwide. In the later seasons of The Office, we witness a fascinating evolution of comedy. The humor became more refined, more character-driven, and more in line with the changing tastes of its audience. The show's writers, ever the keen observers of human behavior, displayed an uncanny ability to adapt and innovate, ensuring that the humor remained fresh and relevant. The Office's humor was always grounded in reality, in the everyday situations and interactions that make up our lives. It was about the little things, the awkward moments, the misunderstandings, the pranks, and the office politics. And as the characters evolved, so did the humor. It became more nuanced, more layered, and more reflective of the complexities of human relationships. But the legacy of The Office extends beyond its innovative style of comedy. It has had a profound impact on modern sitcoms and has influenced a whole generation of writers and comedians. Its unique blend of humor, heart, and humanity has set a new standard for what a sitcom can be. It showed us that comedy can be more than just jokes and punchlines. It can be a way to explore the human condition, to reflect on our lives, and to connect with each other. And then there's the enduring popularity of The Office. Even after all these years, it continues to be a favorite among audiences of all ages. Its timeless humor, its relatable characters, and its insightful commentary on the workplace have ensured its place in the pantheon of classic sitcoms. It has left a lasting imprint on popular culture and has given us countless moments of joy and laughter. In the end, The Office wasn't just a show. It was a masterclass in comedy that taught us to find humor in the everyday. It showed us that even in the most mundane situations, there is always something to laugh about. And for that, we will always be grateful. So what can we take away from the evolution of comedy in The Office? Let's look back at our journey through this comedic masterpiece. We began with the familiar setting of Dunder Mifflin, a seemingly ordinary paper company that turned out to be anything but. Our investigation into the show's humor revealed its unique blend of slapstick, situational comedy, and most importantly, character-driven humor, which found its footing in those everyday office interactions that we can all relate to. We then delved into the iconic phrase, "That's what she said," which became a memorable staple of the show, encapsulating its brand of humor that was often cheeky, sometimes inappropriate, but always in good fun. This catchphrase is a prime example of how The Office cleverly used humor to poke fun at the awkwardness and absurdity of everyday life, making us laugh at situations we might otherwise find mundane or even stressful. Our exploration of Jim and Pam's love story showed us how humor can be used to build and enhance character relationships. Their playful pranks and shared laughs not only made us chuckle, but also endeared us to their characters and their love story. We rounded off our analysis with a look at The Office's legacy, a show that has left an indelible mark on pop culture with its unique comedic style and unforgettable characters. It's a testament to the show's brilliance that its humor continues to resonate with audiences, even years after its conclusion. In essence, the evolution of comedy in The Office is a reflection of the show's ability to adapt and grow, to strike a balance between humor and heart, and to create characters so real and relatable that their stories continue to captivate us. As Michael Scott would say, "I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious." And we're a little stitious that The Office will continue to make us laugh for years to come.